Hello there, my amazing Librans. Welcome on into a random reading for you. We're going to start looking at the two pre-pulled Traveler Oracle cards here, but this is meant to be for around the next 48 for you, beginning around when you were guided or drawn to this video. And it's partially to make up for the fact that I didn't end up posting your weekly reading for this current week. You know, I recorded it, uploaded it, and I was about to publish it, trying to find the name for it and whatnot, and it just felt like it was lacking quality. You know, it was a lot of rambling, which is normal for me as a reader, but it was kind of hard to follow, and it just it wasn't easy to watch, basically. So here we are. And so for around the next 2 days, as you can see, we're beginning with the Mystic Healer card, and this one says healing energy flows through you. You could probably hear the screeching of the car in the background. And you know, the energy here where I'm living and whatnot is not ideal today. You know, it feels a little bit stressed, uptight, heavy. And so you may be dealing with some of which yourself in the next 48 or so. But there's a reminder to other people, maybe informing other people for the first time. But I feel you're being reminded that you're a mystic healer in your own way or ways. And so this is a time where healing energy flows through you and will definitely benefit other people in certain ways, maybe even at a distance. But it's a 2-day period where you're healing yourself, whether you realize it or not. You know, I'm getting the fact that this Libran collective, and you might have been receiving or picking up on or just feeling this kind of energy in the very recent past. But I'm getting the fact that, you know, there's the potential for you to be feeling a bit irritable, all right? A bit easily affected by things, you know, including energy of other people, where you're living, where you're working. Remembering that your neighbors, and it reminds me of the school across the way from the house I'm living in currently. That energy obviously affects me even when I'm, you know, around this house or in it. And so remembering that your neighbors, surrounding locations, those surrounding energies do affect you. But I do feel there's somewhat of a, let's say, an angelic presence about you because of the fact that you're very spiritually connected, because I feel like you're trying to compose yourself. You're trying to heal from all that you feel you're continuously being put through or going through otherwise. You know, and part of that I feel is, you know, a lot of you having quite a hefty plate, you know, a lot to take care of, a lot to tend to, a lot to maybe clean up and deal with otherwise. And I feel that all the meanwhile, this collective is as well thinking forward. And, you know, sometimes the imperfections, the annoyances, the bad energy with what's at hand currently will remind you or get you to start thinking otherwise about a potential upgrade, you know, thinking about where you would rather be, what you would rather have as far as commitments go. And so Spirit's saying don't overdo it with that, but it's about kind of finding that balance in the midst of healing between your current day reality and the future. While the past may pop up, you know, at rare points to help you prepare. But the Ascending, the Mountain card, talking about keep it going forward, my friend, because it feels like this is a collective where at this point along your path, it's imperative, it's essential that you keep it moving forward, not only for yourself, for your momentum, for your motivation levels, for your confidence in regards to the future, but it's also about you moving forward because it helps other people, you know, and it's not your responsibility per se that other people are positively influenced by you and whatnot, but regardless, you're an example. And I feel part of your destiny, Libra, part of your path in this lifetime is to help other people, and being a true, strong, hardworking, you know, pushing forward kind of an example is part of that. You know, and then I am not surprised to get the message that your Libran voice is now playing into this 2-day period, and even the upcoming next few weeks or so, very, very powerfully, very much coming into play as a tool of importance, right? And they're saying, in a sense, it was weird how this vision just came through. In a sense, you are, when speaking, getting your Libran voice out there, even if at times it's Spirit's voice. Okay, you might be surprised as to how many Libras you have within your team of guides. Anyways, point being is when you're speaking your Libran voice, getting it out there, it's like you're waving a magic wand and manifesting. Okay, it's to say that you have a very captivating energy and way about you, and a way about how you confidently express yourself. But it's the sense of you, whether you realize this is one of your skill sets or not, you're able to speak things into existence, right? And so it reminds you, Libra, to tread carefully with the words that you speak, right? Because I feel 95% of the time when you speak something at this point along your path, you're saying it with conviction, okay? Even at times when you feel that you shouldn't be believing in something or saying something, but you still do. It might be in a moment of frustration or just being busy or not really thinking about what you're actually believing in and saying in the moment. But they're saying, again, you're manifesting. And when you speak, and even when you're speaking to yourself, you're being heard, okay? Your words, your voice makes a difference. But then we're centering out your reading here with the Justice card, because I feel, Libra, you deserve some of your own energy, while, again, part of the reasoning that you're fearing the worst is what I almost said. Part of the reasoning that you are feeling irritable, okay, a little bit, if not fully heavy in energy in the moment, while you're maybe feeling a bit scatterbrained, a bit foggy at certain points, some of which is spiritual energy, right? But then thinking about all of the living beings that surround you, that you cross paths with, other people's energy, and think about it, some of which are empaths, so they're not even carrying all of their own energy, you know, and you might be able to relate, but those energies are affecting you, you know, and you could be someone like that where you're picking up on their energy, or even the energy of someone else that they're carrying, and so on and so on. And so it ends up being a 2-day period for you where you not only need to protect your energy to the best of your ability, I'm hearing cleanse, 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 but it just will feel refreshing to feel some of your own Libran energy. I'm getting specifically, obviously, your own energy, not someone else's. But then even at certain points, whether it's a spirit or someone else in your physical reality, if they have a decent amount of Libran energy within their top 3, you're going to feel this as refreshing, all right? Because I see just other Libran energies being comforting for you, okay? It's like the sort of reminder that you're not alone, but also kind of giving you a feeling, a bit of that homey kind of feeling, all right? A bit of comfort once again. But the 5 of Cups, I'm indecisive in regards to whether to put this in the upright or the reversal, but I'm going to put it, okay, so you're beginning the next 2 days around the first half with this in the reversal, all right? And then what's going to happen is, whether you rewatch this reading or something positive happens, you gain justice or you create it somehow. You then find it quite easy to turn that 5 of Cups in the upright, and now you're looking at things more positively, optimistically. You're looking at things as more possible, all right? Because I'm seeing Spirit showing you certain symbols as well, like, you know, naturally an infinity symbol. It could be as well a horseshoe. You may see things like crickets, ladybugs. Spirit is saying that there is luck on your side, but it's very easy to get lost and wrapped up with or taken away by the energies at hand, right? Because the energy feels to be all over the place and a bit jumbled once again. And naturally you can feel kind of similar in energy due to it all, okay? But, you know, remembering once again that you're not only a powerful manifester, but you're somebody who can change not only your game for yourself, your path moving forward, but you can really do that and assist other people with doing that for themselves, you know, when it comes to their path moving forward, okay? You can help other people change the game for themselves. And so, or for themselves. And so you hold this great power, Libra, and it can weigh on you at certain points. But I feel you gaining certain amounts of empowerment and motivation in the next 48. Even releasing, kind of letting go taking place to assist with you now wanting to channel your superpowers, if you will, your abilities, your way of being, being this leader all the meanwhile, to make a difference, right? Again, a difference in your life, but other people's all the meanwhile. But let's get ready to wrap this up as the kids are now going from one class to the next. The Seven of Cups is saying that you have a lot of options, okay? In the midst of having a lot going on, you know, for some of you choosing to have a busy body kind of next 2 days at certain points, that even is going to heal you, all right? What you choose in small ways in the next 48 and what you reject or overlook, okay? Say no to, in a sense, that will heal you, all right? But I want to remind you that you have this very beneficial energy, and it reminds you of this in the next 48 when, again, you're feeling your own energy in these rare moments, and even when it comes to other Libran energies that feel, like we'd mentioned, comfortable for you. And so I really want to remind you that it's a superpower in and of itself, to be a Libra, right? Regardless of where that lies within your individual chart, you are powerful, you know, and I feel Spirit saying and reminding you, you represent the Justice card for so many powerful, important reasons. You will experience as well, especially towards the end of this 2-day period, a bit of reflecting coming to be in the midst of the scales more so balancing out in your Libran favor. This next 2-day period won't feel super wonderful in energy, but it will help you and even other people in so many beautiful ways, okay? Take a deep breath. Don't let things get the best of you, and just keep on moving forward. You're going to feel so much, you're going to feel way more healed by the end of this 2-day period, all right? So those are your messages. I hope they were truly helpful. I am, as always, Libra, sending you a ton of love and light. Take care.